needs versus wants. So this is one of the key things we need to understand as we go into any kind of important communication. Needs are things that are necessary for non-negotiable goals. Staying alive, non-negotiable. Connection, community. We know the effect of isolation, of loneliness on a person's personality. Setting ideals in life, to have a sense of mental peace, to have a feeling of purpose. If I want to continue to function according to who and what I am, there are things that are necessarily a part of that. What is my nature? What is my natural expression? And what are the things that are required in order for me to be able to express that nature? And what goals have I set for myself? There will be things without which I can't achieve those goals. So, my nature and my goals. These are my needs. On the other side of it, we have wants. A want refers to the personal preferences that we have, desires or expectations, and they can be treated as negotiable. When we talk about negotiating with our wants, it means finding areas of give and take. It's not essential for my goals, so even though I want this, I can compromise. And so this is why it's so important for us to distinguish our needs versus our wants. Okay, so we're going to give an example. Romantic relationships. When it comes to getting into some kind of romantic relationship, we all naturally have some kind of checklist. It's the same idea here. What do I need from a relationship? What are the things that are non-negotiable for me? So what do I need from a relationship at the physical level? What are some of my emotional needs? My intellectual, moral, spiritual needs? Things without which I can't be progressive and satisfied in that relationship. The other idea is wants. What do I want from a relationship, but are areas where I can compromise without suppressing myself? Anytime we suppress, it builds in the personality and becomes stronger. When we try to inhibit a thought, it makes it more intrusive for us. Desire increases with prohibition. So it will be the same kind of analysis that you make. What do I want from a relationship? It would be nice to have, but I don't consider it essential. I want someone who is slightly shorter than me, or slightly taller than me. I want them to like the same kinds of movies. I want them to be a little bit smarter than me, or not quite as smart as me. The point is to find out what your nature is. So we need to perform this kind of self-reflection. So, what happens if we confuse our wants as our needs? We shrink the dating pool. Imagine if I consider all of my wants to be needs. Now, if I want someone who's a little bit shorter than me, then anybody who is the same height as me or taller, I can't see them as a potential partner. I shrink the dating pool because what I'm looking for is a reflection of my wants. And our wants are much more numerous than our needs. We want a lot of things that we don't necessarily need. So if I'm hyper-focused on my ego, then I'm going to find it difficult to be satisfied. The process that we're going to go through involves being very clear on what your needs are. Very quickly we start to see that what I thought was a need is actually a want. Just by asking the question, things fall into these categories and make life easier for us.